So in today's tutorial, we are basically going through the Codeforces website, understand how the website works, going through the very basics of how to make an account, how do you submit your code, and after you have submitted your code, how does it check for all the test cases, and whether and how do you understand whether you have passed or not passed, right? So let's start by searching Codeforces. Codeforces, basically see you have all these options: gym, problem set, groups, rating, catalog, and you have different rounds going on, right? You can, if you want, you can register and participate in it. So let's start by registering. Right, so basically you can see that we have to confirm our email right now. So I'm gonna go to my email and check. So here it is, Codeforces email confirmation. In this place of test code 1234, you're gonna have your username, and you can have your this email. You can change your photo, and this is basically are your ratings and all these things. Now we are going to a very basic problem set, right? So before that, I'm just gonna swiftly register. One second, I'm already registered. Let's see, I'm already registered, so I will go in. Right, so this is a very basic problem. Just we'll go through it once. Watermelon time limit per test is 1 second. Memory limit per test is 64 megabytes. Let's go through it first. One hot summer day, Pete and his friend Billy decided to buy a watermelon. They chose the biggest and the ripest one in their opinion. After that, watermelon was weighed and the scale showed with W kilos. They rushed home, dying of thirst, and decided to divide the berry. However, they faced a hard problem. Pete and Billy are great fans of even numbers. That's why they want to divide the watermelon in such a way that each of the two parts weighs even number of kilos. And at the same time, it's not obligatory that all the parts are equal. Boys are extremely tired and want to start the meal, and you should help them out and find out if they can divide the watermelon in the way they want. For sure, each of them should get a part of the positive weight. Now, the input is the first and the only input line contains an integer number, which is W, integer variable W, which lies between 1 and 100. The weight of the watermelon that is bought by the boys. Output should be to print yes if the boys can divide the watermelon into two parts, each of them weighing even number of kilos, and no in the opposite case. Right? So here you have an example input and output test case. Right? Here you have different information, and this is the important part: submit. Here is where you submit your code, and it goes for checking all the test cases, right? So let's start. We'll go to basic ID, go to whatever ID you are going to use. I'm going to use VS Code, right? So right, I'm gonna open it up real quick. Select language. I'm going through C++ because that's the most popular one for CP. I'm gonna type the code each and every line. Now think of the programming logic is you're going to use. This is a very simple problem of even numbers. You check whether whatever number you're getting is even number or not. If it's not, then you have to print no, or else you have to print yes, right? And also it has to be greater than 2. So I'm just gonna take input from the user, since as given in the problem here we have to take input first and only input line, right? So a very basic if statement. I'm taking another case here. It has to be greater than 2. I'm gonna print yes, and the else statement. Right, so only thing remains, return 0, and here you have the code. Right, so save in whatever place you want to save. I'm gonna name it days 2, and so now next what we are going to do is select your language. Now you have a lot of options. You have C, C++, you have .NET, you have Haskell, Java, Kotlin, Python, you have JavaScript, Node.js, whatever you have, PHP, right? So since I've written it in C++, I'm going to choose C++. Let us choose the file. Right, this is a file. Open it up, and then as simple as that, submit. So you can see it's in queue, right? So yeah, see, it's now solution to the problem has been submitted successfully, and now it's accepted. So this is your solution number. When have submitted, who has submitted, this will be your username, the problem name, the language you have used, and the verdict, right? So this is how you understand whether you have successfully understood successfully done the problem, understood the problem, and submitted it properly or not. So that was the basic idea of how the Codeforces website works, and you can go through all of these computations, learn data structures, go through all of it, and that's mostly for it. All the best and best wishes. Bye.